This episode of Relativity is made possible through the support of Stephen and Catherine Farris, Bill Carriola, and Michael W. McClure, and by listeners like you, who support us through Patreon. Learn how you can support this series and get exclusive content by visiting patreon.com/relativity.
Relativity. We believe the safest option will be for you to go to the forward passageway, then secure all the hatches fore and aft, creating an airtight subcompartment of the ship. Then get into your EVA suit and open the interior hatch.
Blasting 1,000 cubic meters of air into space all at once.
Yes.
With me in the middle of it all.
Yes.
Relativity. Relativity. Episode 15, in which pressure is forcefully released.
Just help me get a solid grip on what we're talking about here.
Absolutely.
Won't the sheer volume of air that's in this passageway be like being caught in a hurricane, an actual terrestrial tropical hurricane like we used to have on Earth?
Oh, you think they went away in the last few years?
I'm sorry, I forgot for a minute. You're right in the path of, yeah.
It's all right, but yes, the comparison is apt. Except that unlike the sustained winds of hurricanes, you will experience a wind force of about 100 kph and then nothing. So it will all be over very quickly.
There's something about that phrase, it'll all be over very quickly.
The danger will pass quickly. That's what I mean. Unlike the sustained nightmare of the hurricanes we have now.
But even as bad as those are, they don't threaten to blow anybody out into space, as this procedure will.
We have a plan for keeping you secure during the evacuation.
You're going to tell me what to hang on to?
You'll need to have freedom of movement so you can first open the interior hatch and then go through the airlock to close the exterior hatch. But yes, a series of cables will allow you that movement while keeping you securely attached to the interior of the ship.
Tied face front to the mast like Odysseus.
Yeah, pretty much. So please start moving in that direction.
Didn't we just go through hell trying to get this hatch shut and now we have to open it again?
Until we get the interior door open and the exterior door closed, the airlock is useless.
Who designed this thing anyway?
People who never dreamed a crew member would go through the airlock and close one door badly and not close the other one at all.
I guess, yeah, there's no way to anticipate that.
I'm sorry for bringing it up like that, Chris. I didn't mean to imply her.
And it was her.
And I remember how difficult it was for you emotionally to be around the airlock, and now I'm asking you to go all the way through it.
Or die, yeah, but I don't hold you responsible.
Thank you.
And I guess we have to do this basically right now.
If the main power is off throughout the ship, your life support is basically ambient.
Oh, you mean the air I have is all there is?
Except for what's produced by the trees and the habitat, yes. But our bigger concern is temperature. The interior of the ship will be getting very, very cold.
I thought so, yeah.
And even before that affects you, it will begin to affect the more vulnerable life forms in the habitat.
So now, yeah. I'm at the ladder now, so here I go, trying not to think about all of this too much.
Understood.
I have been wondering, though, you're the one with the outer space PhD. Won't a blast of high-pressure gas coming out of my ship alter our course, our trajectory?
Almost certainly.
Wow. And I was just trying to sound smart by asking. So what are we going to do about that?
We will have to deal with that at a later time.
Okay, I guess that's what I thought. I just needed to hear you say it.
The truth is, and I think you know this, but since we lost telemetry, we don't really know where you are or what your velocity or heading may be.
Yeah, I did know that, but I don't really think about it very much.
That was how we hoped it would be for everyone.
I'm at the hub, and I'm in 0G again.
How much can you see looking forward?
Thanks to my flashlight, pretty much everything, including all the crap floating around in here.
Okay, well, we're going to flush all of that into space.
Even if there's something in here that we need?
It's a regrettable loss, but one we can minimize by securing all the doors to the storage bins around you.
Wow, yeah, okay, that's going to take a while in itself.
Then we should get started. Can you see a storage closet, 6'5"?
I can indeed.
Open that door and you should, if inventory is correct, find a spool of graphene cable.
Spool of graphene cable. It's here. How about that?
Your people were doing a good job of maintaining the inventory.
That would have been Andre. He was a nut about keeping the books and organizing the closets.
There should also be a toolbox of assorted cable clips, compression fasteners, and so on.
Also right here. God bless you, Andre, wherever you are.
Okay, we recommend threading the cable through as many open spaces in the superstructure as you can. All the holes that are a permanent and immobile part of the bulkhead. Just run the cable zigzag from one end to the other, just covering as much space in the passageway as you can.
Oh, I see what you mean. Spinning a graphene spider web.
Precisely. It'll give you multiple contact points in space for you to attach cables and hold on to anything else in the other ways that we can do this.
Okay. What cables? I lost you.
Okay, so save 4 or 5 lengths of cable and attach them to your spider web on one end and attach the other directly to your suit. That way you'll remain connected to the interior of the ship while you go through the airlock and close the exterior hatch.
Yeah, okay.
You'll also need to check every one of these door latches, then construct your web, your cage, and then get into your suit to do the rest.
Check. Got it. Yeah.
You can work with your helmet off all the way up until just before you open the exterior hatch.
Yeah, just please remind me to put my helmet on before we do the whole hurricane thing.
I will. Now, I'm sorry about this. I truly am. But everyone here, I have an urgent message, so I need to go offline for a few minutes.
Oh, go. Take it.
But signal us as soon as you've built your web and secured all those cabinets and are at the hatch ready to seal it.
Yeah, okay. Konieczny out.
Mission control out.
She took that call. She actually stepped away from her desk for something. Konieczny to mission control.
Mission control receiving you.
I've done it. I can't see all of it at once in the dark, but I know I have made the craziest cat's cradle of all time. You may be able to hear the shifting tension in the lines.
I can. It sounds good.
Yeah, and I checked all of those storage bin doors, and if the door on any of the bins didn't seal properly, I moved the contents into a bin that did seal properly.
Excellent. So, sounds like we're ready. If you're at the aft hatchway.
Yeah. I've never closed this before. This is a new experience.
It'll be new for all of us because the power's off.
Oh, yeah. I was expecting the big motor to work like... So how do we...
There's a mechanical override that you're supposed to be able to activate from the keypad.
Well, the keypad's off. It is completely dark.
The key presses will still register with the mechanical system.
Well, okay, these are actual buttons and not a touchpad. I do see that.
Okay, we believe we have the command overwrite sequence for that right here.
I'm at the keypad, so tell me what you have.
The flight manual shows command key for internal hatches to be 64391527.
Wait. 64.
39.
6439.
1527.
1527. The manual appears to be accurate.
Okay, very good.
I guess that's one of those things the captain just knew. She knew those numbers by heart and everything.
Probably, yeah. So let's work our way to the bridge because I assume that hatch that you had to hand crank is still open.
Oh, I certainly haven't come back here before now. Okay, yeah, I've got my hand on it.
You remember when you were on the bridge and had to crank this open?
Oh, yeah.
The hand crank was under a panel in the bulkhead.
Right. And, I see the same thing here.
Good. Just pop that open and you should see a crank.
Did and I do. Okay. It's a little harder to do in a spacesuit, but I got it.
You are doing so well with this. I mean it.
Keep telling me that.
I will. Now pull yourself along the strands of your web and latch onto as many different locations as you can.
And still be able to reach the exterior hatch once all the doors are open.
Right.
Okay, that's easy. I'm facing the airlock, and I can reach the cables and my carabiners. And locking on. Here's 1, 2, trying for 3.
Make sure you've left enough free cable to reach all the way through to the external hatch.
I have. I have left more than enough. and I am tethered in 3 different directions and ready to open the interior hatch.
Very good. Then you are a go for that procedure.
Yeah. Okay. What was your emergency call?
We're not going to talk about that right now.
Well, okay, but I am going to tell you some things before I pull this hatch open, because it is quite possible that I'm about to die.
It would be more helpful if...
I can't hear you because I'm putting on my helmet, which you forgot to tell me to do.
Konieczny, we recommend against any discussion not directly pertaining to the mission.
Don't Konieczny me when I'm about to stand on the edge of a cliff and jump off. I only want to say thank you for your rock-solid guidance and support. And I know I've sometimes been awful to you in these last couple of days, and I ask your forgiveness. And I want you to know that right now, I am happy. I am. And a lot of that is because you and I are okay. Because we are okay, right?
We are. So please focus your attention on...
No, still not done. If I don't speak to you again, I want you to know and remember that if you got your grief and mixed up sense of responsibility about your father transferred to this poor old fool out in space, you need to know this. If you were my daughter, I would be so proud. Every day of my life, my heart would be singing because the amazing Sophia was my daughter, okay? And I'm pulling the hatch open now.
Relativity, Episode 15, in which pressure is forcefully released. Starred Alana Jordan and Lee Shackelford, who also wrote the script. Find out much more about this series at relativitypodcast.com.
Relativity.